Rain does not announce itself. It arrives quietly, and it dies. In forests like these, rain can fall for days without stopping. The ground turns soft. Everything becomes wet. Cold settles in. For most people, this is where strength disappears. This is where hope fades. But for the indigenous peoples of North America, this was not a disaster. It was home. Rain like this breaks most people. Cold water drains strength. Wet ground steals heat. But this Native American hunter does not rush. He does not search for shelter. He searches for the right place. For him, the forest floor is not random. It is something to be read. Every root, every slope, every patch of needles shows where the water will move. The rain is not the enemy choosing the wrong ground. Rain like this does not forgive mistakes. An untrained person looks for cover. A Native American hunter looks at the ground. Low places are traps. Water gathers there silently, stealing heat through the earth. Experience teaches the eyes to notice small things. A slight rise in the land. The angle of a root. The way water moves instead of standing still. Pine needles. Mada! They absorb moisture and keep the surface from turning to mud. Evergreen trees offer more than shade. Their branches break heavy rain into mist before it reaches the ground. This is not guesswork. It is knowledge earned through seasons of loss and survival. Choosing the right place takes only minutes. Choosing the wrong one costs the entire night. Here, the hunter stops. The land will carry him, not pull him down. The ground is colder than the rain. Stone and wet soil drain heat faster than open air. That is why preparation matters. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is wasted. Sharp objects are removed, but the needles stay. Pine needles and old leaves trap air. They separate the body from the cold earth. This layer is insulation. Without it, the night pulls warmth away silently. The hunter builds a barrier, not a bed, just enough to stay alive. Just enough to rest. When water flows around the sleeping place, and not through it, the ground is ready. There is no shelter here, and none is needed. The blanket replaces the house. The hide replaces the floor. Wool holds warmth, even when soaked. Leather blocks wind and rain. Layer by layer, heat is trapped. Not above the body, around. Rain falls. Cold presses in, but inside the cocoon, warmth remains. This is not comfort. It is control. The forest does not notice him anymore, and that is the point. Fire is dangerous in the rain. Flames draw attention. Smoke reveals position. Heat escapes too fast. So the fire disappears. Small embers. Hidden loo, protected by earth and roots. Stones drink the warmth. The ground remembers it. No light, no signal. Only steady heat beneath the body. This fire does not fight the storm. It waits quietly inside it. Rain does not stop. It never does. Staying dry is not about escaping water. It is about controlling where it goes. The ground carries it away. The outer layers accept it. The body stays sealed inside. Movement is minimal. Breathing is slow. Moisture belongs outside the cocoon, not on the skin. All night, the rain works. All night, discipline holds. By morning, nothing looks dry, but the body is. Morning is the most dangerous moment. The body is warm. The world is not. A sudden movement can steal heat faster than rain ever could. So the hunter wakes slowly. He stays sealed. He checks his hands. His breath. His strength. Only when the body is ready does he rise. Heat is protected until the last moment. Survival does not end with sleep. It continues with discipline. Rest leaves marks. Survival removes them. A camp that can be seen can be followed. A camp that can be smelled can be found. So the forest is returned to itself. Needles are replaced. Earth is closed. Hid is buri. Nothing is carried. That the land does not allow. When Eliab's, there is no sign he was ever here. The forest keeps its silence, and the hunter keeps his life. This is why the knowledge mattered. There were no second chances. No rescue. No shelters waiting ahead. What kept them alive was not strength. It was discipline. Knowing where to lie. How to trap heat. When not to move. And how to leave without being seen. Today, comfort hides these lessons from us. But the forest has not changed. If everything modern disappeared for one night, only understanding would remain, and that understanding once kept entire people alive. This knowledge did not belong to one man. It belonged to families, 2 tribes, 2 generations who walked these forests before memory. It was taught without books, learned without words, remembered through repetition. Every night survive added another lesson. Every mistake was never forgotten. This is how people endured places that offered no mercy. Not by conquering the land, but by living correctly within it. These rules were never written down. They survived because people did. Because every mistake was remembered, and every lesson was passed on. Today, comfort protects us from nights like this. But comfort also hides their danger. If everything modern disappeared for one night, no shelter, no heat, no tools. How many of us would know what to do? Which of these lessons do you think still matters today? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel to explore more forgotten knowledge about how humans once survived the harshest places on Earth.